All right, welcome everybody. Whether you're watching live, whether you're watching the recording on YouTube or Twitch, good to have you here. We're going to be doing part 3 of the Civ 4 Dan Quayle game. So we need to load a mod. Always have to do that if you're loading a mod, if you're running a modded version. Welcome those of you who just got here. I did in fact do a write-up on the Civ intros. So now we need to load up Dan Quayle, which we actually left in pretty good shape. Now, if you've been watching the whole sequence so far, you might remember I lost the first game. I couldn't win it. Just kept getting attacked by Portugal and was not able to overcome that. But the second game actually went pretty well. And so here we are in the second game. We're close to turn 100. Obviously, we're in last place in score, but we're not that far behind. We're keeping up reasonably well in terms of score here. So I was actually sitting and thinking about this game after I was done on last week's stream. Oh, hey, we've got another missionary coming in. That's good. I would love to see more cities get converted to Hinduism, and I would also love to get Gilgamesh converted. Hopefully, Suryavarman will keep sending missionaries and will convert some of his cities. I am going to look to convert Suryavarman because I really want us all to be a big, loving Hindu family. Gilgamesh is only cautious, which is not ideal, but if he converts to Hinduism, he'll be pleased. Anyway, so the other thing I was thinking about is I was looking here and I was like, what are the favorite civics of the people in this game with me? Suryavarman, favorite civics, organized religion. Gilgamesh's favorite civic is hereditary rule. So there is an argument to be made to, instead of going for calendar and currency, to push down the religious part of the tree and pick up organized religion and hereditary rule. I was thinking about doing that, but ultimately I think it's probably still worthwhile to try to get to calendar and currency first. However, this game is going to fall apart if Gilgamesh declares war on me, so hopefully that will not be the case. If you're curious about the demos, just as we're getting started here. So GMP is still in last, but in terms of production, I'm not far off from Lincoln and Izzy. In terms of crop yield, again, I'm not far off from the leaders. Power is the one. It's like, yeah, this is why a war would be pretty disastrous. I need to avoid a war over the upcoming turns. Right, this is it. Dark Kuno is correct. This is my analysis. It's like I need the happiness more. Because like if I were to go monarchy, I would get 2 happiness because I have wines, and then hereditary rule would be +1 happy. But I still think I need to get... I really need calendar. Like that is the tech. I have 1... 2, 3 happiness resources that would come from calendar. Actually 4 if I can take this city, which I should be able to, because it doesn't look like there's any AIs around here. I'm just waiting until I can get a few more units in the area. So anyway, let's keep our fingers crossed that Gilgamesh doesn't go after us. We are not Gilgamesh's worst enemy, which is a reason why I feel better about this. Like if you look at him, Lincoln is his worst enemy. He's annoyed towards Lincoln, so hopefully that is someone he will go after if he chooses to go to war. Oh, hello. What's this? The AI moved an archer out of the city. Well, well, well. I will happily take those 95% combat odds. Thank you very much. Nice. I don't know why it did that. The AI normally doesn't do that. All right. So now we just need to heal this chariot and get this other chariot over here. With, as soon as this axe gets over here, 2 chariots plus an axe 100% can kill an archer. Meanwhile, this worker that I captured is still walking back. Yeah, that is puzzling, to say the least. Anyway, so this settler, we're ready to whip this. And I think the plan was to send it to this spot here. And I was going to road towards that city. That's what I was going to do. So move here, we'll road towards that. And I can't remember if this worker was heading up there to help or not. I think this worker was coming to build cottages, honestly. How close are we on that? All right, so we want this missionary to convert potato, get it up to a higher limit. But we'll do this. This is going to give us a lot of overflow, actually. Oh, no, never mind. Not that much. We're just doing the barracks now because we don't have anything else to build. And down here... That's right. Oh, that's right. I needed another cottage here for the capital. That's what I was doing. It can always be hard when you're picking up the game to remember what the heck you were doing. This city's got the granary in place now, so it'll grow quickly. Oh yeah, I should just mention I should mention the Dan Quayle mod because we are picking up a new session and not everyone was here for the previous ones. So if we look at Dan Quayle, he is incompetent addled, so he has -1 health, -1 happiness per city, -50% great person birth rate, and his units, he gets unique units that are worse than the default ones. Where's civs? So in this mod, you get a worker that has 1 movement instead of 2, which is absolutely killer. It's horrible. And this bank, which is worse than the normal bank, and your cottages grow at half speed. So why settle on this tile instead of here? Because Surya Varman is here. He just captured that city. There's no way I will win the cultural battle for this tile. I am never going to win the cultural battle for that tile. So I want to try to minimize overlap with his city as much as possible. So I'm just trying to settle in a more defensive location. Was I doing double roads to get... yeah, typically you do that, but like I have this worker coming over here, so this worker can come over and join with this guy, and then they're going to chop out a workboat for this spot. I can use a missionary to get religion in the city, because I'm going to need border... Basically, the city is useless without border expansion, but as soon as the borders pop, it becomes a pretty good city. Alright, anyway. So you... We really should cottage this tile because it can be shared between Birmingham and... It looks like Birmingham's running a scientist specialist. Now, do I want it to do that? Since it's at the happiness cap, yes, actually, I do want it to do that. In fact, let's run 2 scientists. Why not? It's just going to grow into unhappiness. We're working all the cottages it's got right now. So yeah, sure, why not? So I won't have to fog bust anymore. I will have to defend that spot, though, which says no defense at all. It helps. Running those scientist specialists when you're at the happy cap is pretty nice. This city actually can continue growing amazingly. I guess we'll need another... Gonna need another cottage here, too. Maybe I should move some of these workers up there. Well, we'll see. Don't really have good terrain to put a cottage on. I guess I could cottage that. Or cut down the jungle. We'll see. So I've been pumping out chariots. Let's get a few axes now. Actually, no, I want another chariot for exploration purposes. I think I want to promote this to medic, in part because it'll heal faster, and also because medic units are just good to have in general. Alright, so I think we're 2 turns away from attacking there. Because it'll be there next... Yeah, 2 turns away. You can just hang out there for right now. Oh. Barbarian archers. Actually, cancel that chariot. An axe will be better against those dudes. Let's just keep you in the area for right now. Just in case you're needed. Slowly making my way over there with those 1-move workers. Alright, good. Picked up the horses. Yeah, so like with the sugar and the horses, this is actually a decent city. I'll probably need to farm 1 more tile to get it up to 5 food, but it's not a bad city at all. Yeah, you can go ahead and chop that. I need a chariot for General Westmoreland? Okay. By the way, if we were... How far away from math? We're actually not far away from math at all. Our science is not as bad as it might look like. Because we're break even at like 40%, which sounds bad, but is not that bad. Yeah, the 1-move workers are pretty horrible, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want to send one of these chariots, like, on a mission to the south to scout. This one, too, I'll send out scouting. Like, I have open borders with every AI, so I want to defog the map and see what's out there. More information is always good to have. Well, there's not really a lot to build here right now. Again, I would really like to get religion in here so that I can run specialist. And it is correct to get a missionary in here, but I have that new city is going to take priority for getting a missionary. Yeah, I guess let's get a defensive unit then. I don't think we need another. I could do another worker. Probably worthwhile to do that over a military unit because Quayle is pumping out military units right now. Unfortunately, this is the fastest I can get over here. Looks like this missionary is going to spread religion in Quayle, though, which is pretty cool. All right. So next turn we can attack. Like, I have decent odds just to attack with this unit, but... So we'll lose, and let's move the warrior up just in case I need one more attacker. I can't see myself needing another attacker, but you never know. Better safe than sorry, and coming up one short. And that's a nice bit of luck to get that. So these guys are going to come up and try to get another cottage at Alamu. Oh, there's multiple missionaries running around in here. Yes, please convert my cities, Sir Yavarman. Please convert my cities. Let's just do a Diplo check-in with the other... He still doesn't like me enough to trade me the ivory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He only has 7 cities. Like, I have 5 cities, and I'm about to get up to 7 here. That's going to plunge my economy into the toilet, but... And she only has 5 cities. There must not be much land down there. At least he's pleased with me. That common faith building up is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 8 cities. He could end up being the strongest AI in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 7 cities. Sir, he's learned his lesson from the Elizabeth game. Yeah, seriously. I just want to go through and refresh my memory. What are the whip timers in these cities? All right, 4 turns there. All right, 6 turns there. We're unhappy. Just running the scientist specialist. Hey, all the way up to... with 2 scientist specialists, we get all the way up to 3 great person points per turn. That addled penalty is terrible. Here I'm not whipping. I do need to mine this tile, because I hate having to work this grassland tile. But like this city's just running production and I'm just trying to squeeze out units. And then this city, okay, this city can whip the library relatively soon. Well, once it has the pop to do it, doesn't have the population. Okay. Gonna have to fight that crazy zealot. I mean, we'll see. Did I get, yay, Hinduism spread. Oh, sweet. Thank you. Ha ha ha. They, just spread religion. All right, so since they just spread religion, let's cancel the worker build for the moment and continue growing. Yeah, might as well go to the happiness cap. That double Hinduism spread is awesome. And I'm going to need more worker attention up here. Pretty good stuff. Now I can definitely send my Hindu missionary to this new city. These horribly slow workers. I think I would have preferred that to go to the capital for the monastery, but it's sorry, it's all right. The monastery is not that urgent. All right, and we'll be able to get math in 4 turns now. And then we're only a couple away, then we're only 1 tech away from calendar, which is not too much more expensive from math. It is more expensive, but not by too much. All right, we're going to get some pillage money from this city, too. All right, so this axe, sadly, is going to die, but unless we get super lucky. Just want to get some hits. Oh, no, actually, I thought for a second he might have gotten lucky. He only got 1 hit. That's not ideal. Ugh, that was a bad combat result. Not a lot of luck there. So now we only have 38% odds, when we really should have... if we had just gotten like 2 or 3 hits like we should have, we would be up to like 70-80% odds, but... Alright, so even if we lose this... Oh, hey, so that worked. Yay! Woo! And 118 gold, yes! Alright. Woo! Excellent stuff. Oh, we're gonna need to road over to here, aren't we? Very nice. Okay, we need a name for this city, you guys. So now our break-even rate, yeah. So our break-even rate is going to be awful after this, but we can't found any more cities for a while after these 2 go up. Steel wool. Oh my God! You win the internet for right now, Axis. Excellent. Yeah, that Barb City is pretty convenient timing. All right, so this city, Sugarhoof is okay for the moment. It's basically out of tiles. It could always borrow this tile to work if it has to work a crummy tile. So let's send a pair over to start roading towards steel wool, because we definitely want to establish that trade connection. And I am definitely going to need more workers. In fact, I'm going to need workers pretty badly, because as soon as I get to calendar, my cities are all going to be able to grow. Steal, oh, even better. Yeah, because Dan Quayle, and because we did steal it from the barbarians. Even better. Very nice. Okay. So, let's send this chariot out scouting. You can be the defender. Not that you're going to do much of anything. You can heal up in there. Alright, since this axe is about to come out, why don't you head down to the south and figure out what the heck's down in this area? I mean, my other units have decent movement rates. It's just my workers that are so bad. Teamwork? Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. No, I don't want steel wool. I like steel wool. I like that. I really do appreciate the suggestions, though. So this missionary, yeah, this missionary is going to this city, and then I guess I'll send this missionary to steel wool, because it is going to need to pop orders. How close is Burning Hand to being able to whip? Alright, it's still a little ways away. I don't think I need a monastery here. This is not a commerce city. Let's just keep doing some more axes. So base production 14. We can do more than that if we can get this tile mined. Oh, and we need a name for this city too, you guys. I'll let you guys figure it out in chat. I'll just put it down as San Francisco. So it needs a workboat. And these units are going to chop out the workboat. Should be able to finish the chop right around the same time that we're able to expand borders. I can even explore a little bit before that. Alright, so now you can come up here. Bay of Pigs, Seahorse. Seahorse is good. Bay of Pigs is not bad either. But I think Seahorse is is the way to go for this one. So now we won't be able to expand for a little while because we're kind of capped out when it comes to economy. We're now break even at 10% science, and I will be able to improve that, but that's about as far as I can go for right now. And you need to stay in the area here because there were some barb archers wandering around. You pick up? No, I want that tile. So you gotta keep an eye on your cities because they sometimes pick up tiles you definitely do not want. You guys should cottage this tile and then move out, roading. All right, so you, I don't know what to promote you. Since I don't know what to promote you, why don't you just hang out for the time being? I do need an actual defender, not just a warrior there. Shouldn't it be Seahorse? Oh, you guys are too good. You guys are just too good at this. Anyway. So by the way, let's check out what our GMP is at 100% research. So it's still worse than anyone in the game, but it's not that much worse. Like, obviously we're still the weakest at everything, but except land area, apparently. We're third in land area. Alright. So Surrey just went into hereditary rule. Alright, so we got another cottage to work there. Potato can pick that up for right now. How long until... Okay, it can't... So... And we'll run double scientists for right now, because we can't grow. There's no point in running that tile if the city can't grow. Alamu is just about right. So let's have Alamu double whip a worker next turn, because we definitely will need that. Alright, so I've got 2 workers here, and then this other worker can come here and join with the worker I'm going to get out of Alamu. Alright, now it's time to finally explore the map. Poor Seahorse. Is there? Can I swap anything useful here? No, unfortunately, this city is just dead weight until it gets the fish hooked up. But it'll be able to hook up the fish, you know, pretty quickly. All right, and you were going to explore down here too, just because we want to know what's coming our way. Oh, look, and we can actually finish math on this turn. Nice. Get those chops, increase the value of those chops. Yeah, see, like I would want to get a cottage on one of these tiles. So math itself does not do anything for us, except improve the value of our forest chops. But it leads to a lot of good stuff. Calendar in particular. Currency also would be just huge for us. But I think calendar first, because it's literally +4 happiness, and that's a humongous deal. Yeah, you just keep cranking out axes for the moment. Like, I need some real defenders. Like, I want to put a real defender in Seahorse, not a joke defender. So you put a turn into mining here, and then cancel that turn. Because there's no point in moving onto this tile. And we'll have that road completed next turn, and then they can chop that tile together. Nothing I can do to speed that up over there. All right, so let's run this down. We are going to need some more money. I wonder, does Surrey Varman have any money? Yeah, he doesn't have currency yet. Otherwise, I would be like, could you spare this? Sometimes if they like you, you can just ask for money and they just give it to you. I don't think anyone has currency yet. That's actually good long term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's up to 9 cities now, but I'm at 7. I mean, that's not too bad. As long as I'm in like the same realm with the AI, that's kind of what I want. Also, look how sad this is. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have moved here, put a turn into roading or mining. Wasted that. These poor units are so sad. All right, so you were going to get double whipped. There we go. How about we continue working our best tile there? And then I think I'm going to have them chop that tile, or cottage that tile. 4 turns. Alright, so we just whipped there. Alright, we're almost done here. I'll whip the missionary, I think. Even though it's only a 1-pop whip. Yeah, even though it's only a 1-pop whip, I want to get the borders expanded over at steel wool, because that iron in the second ring would be nice to have. I don't actually have iron right now, do I? Nope. Just the copper. So the iron is quite important to pick up. These workers are slowly making their way over there. It's going to take them a while, but they will road their way over. I'm going to have to run the road through the desert too, which stinks because it takes an extra turn. Can we name one of the axes Axis? Sure. Okay, good question, World's Ugliest Man. So, basically, you want, like, I have more food. The limitation here is not food. Like, I have plenty of food. The limitation is the unhappiness caused from whipping. So, since you get the same amount of unhappiness regardless of what whip you do, it's more efficient to whip for 2 population points, because that gets you 60 production, as opposed to whipping for 1 population point, which only gets you 30 production. So it's better to 2-pop whip if at all possible. Actually, you know what I should do? I should whip up another worker here. I should 2-pop whip a worker and then use the overflow from the worker to finish the missionary. That's what we should do. That's a more efficient way to run this. So now I'm down to just 5 gold. 5 gold per turn. Alright, well, yeah. That's not ideal because of the maintenance costs. As I said, it's it'll improve over time here, but this is as many cities as I can plant for right now. I literally can't put any more cities down. Fortunately, we're actually still researching at a non-trivial rate. That 15 beakers per turn, that's all coming from scientists, and that's kind of a staple of what to do when your economy is crashed, is to rely on specialists. All right. Now, see, I could, if I wanted to, I could chop out a building But the problem is there's no building to get right now, so I'll just work on one of these flat ground tiles, cottaging a flat ground tile instead. Alright, so as expected, Gilgamesh is to the south of us. But we seem to have like a nice little separate area here. Oh, I should have roaded that tile. Because it doesn't matter if it's weird, like normally you'd move here and just road, but since moving on any unroaded tile ends movement anyway, I should have just gone on this tile. No reason not to. Alright, so as I said, we're going to swap to the worker, and then we'll double whip this next turn for 2 pop, and then we'll overflow into the missionary. Should give us enough overflow to complete it. And steel wool has now come out of resistance. Ooh, this is sad. Let's do this, actually. I need to get the city up to... this might be better. I need to get the city up to 4 pop so I can whip the granary. But I think I value work. I think I actually value the commerce from working this coastal tile more. Sad as it is, I think I value that more. This is a definite stagnation situation. Still, like I said, we're not that far away from calendar, and that will unlock a lot for us, and then we'll have to go currency after that. Once we have calendar and currency, we're in business. Like, this is what we need to get to. Once we get this, we get an extra trade route in every city. We can build markets, which will be huge. The markets are worth their own. Actually, I don't know if I have any market happiness resources. Fur, ivory, silk, whale. Well, I will have silks over here. So that silk would be with the plantation will be a 4 commerce tile itself. So not in great shape right now, but we'll get there. Anyway, so Alamu just regrowing right now. I will run specialist at size 5 when it hits the happy cap. Like Potato is running specialist right now. Although I do want to... Alright, I want to make sure this is a 2-pop whip. Okay, this should be a 2-pop whip. I will just need to drop 1 production next turn. I'll have to swap off the cows for 1 turn to make it a 2-pop whip, which is what I want. Can't get any more workers or settlers out at the moment. Alright, so here we go. We're going to whip off the public servant. We will get 12 overflow, and the overflow will then finish the missionary. Easy peasy. Because we do need more workers. Oh, hello. Marble on that tile. Yeah, we're definitely not attacking Gilgamesh. No seafood resources, though. And you can see, this is a tilted axis map. So we're actually, this is like the west pole over here. And then this is the tropics, like this is the equator. And then the east pole is like over here. Always weird to talk about that, but that's kind of the setup. Now, here's the thing. I'm using this city to build axes, but arguably I could... Oh, no, I don't have enough food to do that. I was going to say I could pull Pop off here and just run more science specialist to help me get to calendar faster. But I actually don't think I can do that. All right. Okay, so you... Why don't you move here just to fog bust a little bit? Better not to even have to deal with archers if I... barb units if I can avoid them. Like, better for them just not to appear at all. All right, so we're going to chop this. There we go. That finishes the workboat. Overflow into granary. We will need some more turns for the borders to expand, but that's fine. I can just explore a little bit with the workboat while we're waiting for the borders to expand. Of course, it would be better if the borders weren't ready to... if the borders had already expanded. The marble will never be ours. No, sorry. No food bonuses, too far away. I have no desire to get a city there, especially given how bad my economic situation is. So we need to get up to about 250 gold, about 250-ish gold, and we can knock out calendar. We could run research for 3 turns, but we couldn't manage it for 5 right now. It actually would be nice if we could... It would be lovely to capture this barb city, but it would kill my economy to capture it, because I would get capture gold, and I don't want to raise it. I want to capture that city, because it looks like it's a pretty good city. It's got the copper and sheep, so we'll definitely want to get this city later on. Also, there's room enough, like this resource is being orphaned, so we definitely want to get a city somewhere to take advantage of it. Probably here, long term. Oh wait, no, that misses the... Never mind, that misses the 2. Whoops, that won't work. Because, like, you'd want to be able to work... No, there's not enough coastal tiles to work there. Maybe, like, here in the desert. Maybe, like, one of these tiles. Just to take advantage of that resource. We'll figure it out. There's some good floodplains terrain over here. I also need... You know what? Let's wake this guy up. I want to defog these 2 tiles here. Would like to finish exploring the northern coast. North of the 2 mountains. Yeah, that would be a good... That could be a good spot. Because, well, no, that's on a floodplains. I don't want to use up the floodplains. Don't want to waste a floodplains tile. So it probably will be one of these 3 tiles here. But we'll explore. We'll figure it out. And I don't think it's a bad idea to just keep cranking out some axes for the moment. Just to get my power rating up a little bit. Now, again, this city is totally sad right now. But as soon as it gets the fish tile in range, it'll be a much better city. Alright, so for the moment, I think the best thing to do is to mine this tile. We can't actually go in there yet because it's an ocean tile. International trade routes. If we mentioned before, get a city here for the international trade routes. Would be good eventually. I do have to be careful about overbuilding military because every unit I build does cost me money. So, like, I need enough not to die, but I also need to be careful. I'm going to move this guy down here so I have at least 1 real unit, like, on the border. In the south, I mean. Alright. Oh, there's another city right there. Okay. Now, what do I want to do with this new worker that just popped out? What I really want to do is connect my happiness resources, but we're not there quite there yet. Alright, so you look good there until you hit the happiness cap. There's that missionary. I probably should get another cottage at Potato. I think that's the way to go with this guy. Alright, so we want to do our manipulation here. Actually have to drop this tile for 1 turn. That's okay though. And we'll just swap the cowl over here for 1 turn. And that's so I can 2-pop whip the monastery next turn. Sugarhoof is able to whip when I'm waiting for the food box to fill up. I want to whip when it's 1 turn away from growth, so it regrows right away. Chop and road the spices. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Because we're not that far away from the pre-roading, yeah. You guys are all on top of that. Poor steel wool. Like, right now, steel wool and seahorse are just, like, money sinks. They're not helping us at all right now. But in time they will. They'll be worthwhile additions. I'm also not too far away from Birmingham expanding its borders, just 6 more turns. And that'll be nice because it'll give us more vision of, like, any nefarious doings. Of course, Sugarhoof hasn't expanded its borders at all yet, so I will need the library to do that. Alright. So this is going over to our new city to expand the borders. Alright, you are just going to check out Gilgamesh's territory for the moment. Alright, so that's his newest city. Oh, I crossed the river. That's right. Onto a hill. For some reason I thought I was on a road there. Oh, hey, Barb Archer. Now, do I want to take this fight on? I think no, actually. I'd rather take it on with like an axe. Just because I could lose, and then it's like, what do I do now? Alright, so this city... So we're going to whip the monastery. There we go. And now we'll regrow back. We definitely want someone working the cattle tile. I guess it doesn't need the cattle tile back on this turn. Okay. I will drop the rice tile shortly. But for right now, that's probably good. And you guys need to road or else you're not going to be able to move. There we go. That's better. I'd actually like to be able to build wealth here, but I can't do that. All right, so seahorse is good for the moment, at least until the borders expand. Actually, I'm wondering, would it be worthwhile to chop this just to get the granary done faster? Probably it would. Probably would be worthwhile to chop this. Also denies cover for incoming units who might be trying to attack. And I don't see any incoming units right now, but it could happen later on. Oh. Well, that city just got a lot stronger. This island city just got way stronger. Nice. Double food resources. This one would be hard to control, though, because Khmer borders are going to be hard to get. Still, something to consider. Fisherman's bladder. Yeah, see, like, I don't really want the monastery, but at this point, I can't really keep building units. I'm, like, out of stuff. So I think with that in mind, I'm actually going to run scientists here. Just because I'm basically at the limit of how many units I can support. And we might as well make sure we avoid food deficit. Yeah, why don't you come down here? Just like you're continuing to come down here. I mean, again, these aren't going to be enough to... Oh, and apparently someone's running enough espionage points that I lost their demos. Try to get them back with Lincoln and Gilgamesh. I'm sure... so Gilgamesh is not a surprise. It's really hard to get demos on him because he always gets early courthouses. Also, I should probably limit how many units are outside of my borders right now, because I am paying costs for them to be outside my borders. Alright, Alamu. Let's see, you can see I'm doing a lot of tile swapping right now. Okay, so potato. Oh wait, did it end up with a lot of overflow? Yeah, I ended up with a ton of overflow. Let's actually put that into a missionary. And the reason for the missionary is... let's get this back. I want this to regrow back to the cap. The reason for the missionary is I want to go and I legitimately want to start converting Gilgamesh. If I can flip him into my religion, that will really help my game out a lot. Like, it's definitely worthwhile to flip him into my religion. Tech trading is off, yes. Good question. So how many more turns do I have before the borders pop? 6 turns. All right, that's enough to head up here. Looks like the land ends over here anyway. All right. So I managed to defog those tiles. And as I said, I want to limit how many units are outside of my borders because I do pay costs for units outside my borders. Oh yeah, these guys. So I don't have a... Like, these guys might as well road up and start clearing the jungle, because we'll, like, pre-calendar set up for that dyes tile. Alright, interesting. Oh wait, are some of these AIs on a different continent? Like, are Izzy and Lincoln on another continent? That would be interesting if they are. We might have a 2-continent setup here. Good question. Can we control the dice tile? I think we should be able to. This city is putting out a decent amount of... Well, let's see. It's 3rd ring for Alamani, 3rd ring for Alamu. Long term, maybe not, but I think in the immediate future, yes. Would be helpful to get more culture in there long term. We can always run artist specialist later to try and hold that tile. They could be further east. That's true. We don't know what's to the east of Suryavarman. Good question. They could be over there. Alright, so we're not running missionaries here because we're still regrowing. Or, not missionary, specialists. Same thing here. Alamu's close, though. Like, we can drop this in a little bit. This shack is almost to it. Well, it's halfway to a shanty. These sad tiles. 20 turns for the cottage to grow. And Sugarhoof's ready to be whipped, so let's do that. So it'll regrow instantly, and we're actually going to get a lot of overflow, which I'll put into a monastery because not a lot else to build. Here, we're almost to the happiness cap. Again, I'll pull this off, and actually I can just do this now because it's 7 turns for the whip to wear off and 7 turns growth. There we go. So we're almost ready to turn research on for calendar. You can see 4 more turns. Close. Probably only like 6 or 7 turns away from getting that. Put all that overflow into the monastery. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it looks like we just had religion spread here too, because I don't think this city had religion more than like a turn or two ago. Alright. Actually, no good there. Oh, hello, whales. So then we'll have that next turn. Alright, so this will get that granary halfway done. Yep, as expected, not much up there. Probably move this axe over by Alamu, just for safety's sake. Alright, you can just chill over there for now. There's the sea. Alright, so granary is halfway done. Let's actually do this. This will get the granary done in 3 turns. Probably should have done that last turn, because I wasn't working that tile here at Quayle. Unfortunately, there's no way to speed up these workers as they move over there. My brave warriors hanging out down here. But if these workers, when they get back in my territory, that will... and they should definitely chop this tile. So I'll road the silks, and then I'll road on this tile to get through. Get me the connection there. How does passive... Yeah, it's basically just a percentage chance under the hood. That's pretty much all it is. It's not something you have much control over. True, Lincoln sending scouts is unlikely from another continent. Good point. Just been like really wondering where the other AIs are. All right, there we go. You always succeed if it's the first religious spread. So in order to not waste a turn, they just need to road that tile now. Because of the stupid 1 movement workers. Why don't you hang out here in Potato for right now? Why don't you road first? Actually, no, we'll chop, because that'll finish the monastery with the chop. Of course, it'll take out the production on that tile, but as I said, we're really not far away from finishing calendar here. You can see we're actually getting 19 beakers per turn. These very wasteful worker moves with the 1 movement point. Alright, so borders pop in 4 turns. Workboat will be there, ready to grab it as soon as the borders pop. And I think I can turn research on calendar next turn. I'm going to turn it on next turn. We're getting there, you guys. And then we really are going to need workers. Going to need so many workers to connect all these resources and then to build all the tile improvements as the cities grow. So, yeah, next thing to come out of Birmingham should probably be another public servant, because we're going to have great need of them in the upcoming turns. We're finally going to get happiness. So this, let's see, here, where are my resources again? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've got I'll have a worker pair to connect this right away, and then they can scurry down there and connect that right away. And these guys will grab this one, and then these workers will grab the silks, and there we go. Then we'll have tons of happiness, and then we just need to grow our cities. We'll stop whipping for a bit and just grow. Slowly getting more gold. Yeah. Hey, these don't knock our shanties and our shacks. That's what's really helping us here. Let's see. Yeah, this works for right now. I could drop this and work the double scientist, but I think I actually like running this tile, because you do want to make use of these tiles, and then getting this public servant in 5 turns. Then we'll probably whip another public servant as soon as this one's done. All right, all my cities should have Hinduism at this point, so let's send these missionaries out. We want to try to convert our southern neighbor. Oh, never mind. So there's Lincoln right there. And steel wool is now size 4. So let's get that granary up. There we go. Still working the gold tile. And then we'll go into probably the library next. All right. Now these guys I don't have as much to do right now. Probably should put a cottage down here, because what else is Seahorse going to do? Except work any grassland tiles. It doesn't have much in the way of grassland tiles, but I guess once the borders expand, this tile. So I guess I should cottage this and then come over here and chop and cottage that. All right. So Alamu has hit the happiness cap. Well, I should have pulled off the rice last turn, honestly. It's okay, though. I don't want the city to starve, so I'll let it finish the Hindu missionary, which it's one away from. Then I will switch to public servant, 2-pop whip the public servant, and then we'll go back to missionaries again with the overflow. I actually don't like events very much, and I said I was going to turn research on, so let's do it. Oh, only 3 turns. Looks like I could have turned it on slightly sooner. Alright. So, just going to do what I said I would do last turn. Going pretty heavy econ right here. Alright, now I was scared when I saw 3 units there, but fortunately it's just 2 workers building a pasture. You know, with Hinduism plus library, we actually would have more culture than Alamani. Oh no, wait, never mind, he's got a monument in there. Like I said, it's really, really hard to win those contested tiles from a creative civ. Just waiting in my borders instead of out of my borders. Alright, chop that. Chop down the jungle. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have... It looks like I could have started that a little bit sooner. Oh, well. Okay, so which tile is... I want this chop to go into sugar... Alright, it is going to go to sugar hoof. Good. I normally do not build this many monasteries, but I ran out of build options because my tech was so slow in this game. Alright, let's start heading over to Lincoln's territory. Alright. Oh no, I never finished roading that. Ah, I got half of the road done. I'll have to move a worker back. That's pretty sloppy. It looks like Gilgamesh he settled on the marble, so expect him to do more in the way of wonder building. So we want to convert his capital if we can, because that's his highest pop city. And if we can convert his cap and I think he'll flip. What is he in right now? He's in Judaism? Yeah. We can also always ask him if he would like to convert. Alright, that looks good there for right now. This poor city. Just 2 more turns. Just 2 more turns, Seahorse. And right, I'm not whipping that. Alright, next turn next turn we whip that. And alright, that's good too. Okay. Alright, so we got the monastery. 1 turn away from calendar. Actually, dial science down a little bit. Go ahead and road that. That looks like there's cities down there. Okay, so you rode that, and you go back here and finish that road, which I stupidly moved off of. What's the fastest way to get down here? Like so. 1 more turn. But we've got a lot of stuff happening next turn. And you should probably convert, like I said, I don't have any roads down here. So Birmingham did expand its borders, by the way. That's where we have more vision now. It helps that I still have a fair amount of territory to expand into. Like, this is room for another 5 or 6 cities up here. And as soon as I get currency, I will start expanding again. I just need to hit currency first. Next city will go for the silver. Probably on this tile here, between the 2 of them. Could also be a tile further south, potentially. And then we'll want to see. Let's see if I were to put that there. There would be some wasted tiles here, but that's okay. And then we could put a city. We'd have to probably have to farm some of the floodplains, but like we said, a city like over here somewhere, something like that, and then another floodplain city, like to work the 3 floodplains like here, something like this. We'll figure it out, something like this. Stagnation name for the deer, and we've got the deer city out to capture. And then eventually there's a first city up here, which obviously goes on this tile for the fish and for furs. And that's a pretty good city long term too. So yeah, we have room for like another 5 or 6 cities. That's enough to be competitive as long as we don't get run over by the AI. All right, so calendar expands out the world map. Oh, we're gonna go from Mausoleum, you guys. No. So at this point, it might be better to go for monarchy and go for... No, I want... See, I would love to go for monarchy to get hereditary rule to help out with Gilgamesh diplomatically, but currency is the big economic tech, and that's what I do need. So let's head back in that direction. Oh, look, we can actually run 10% science now. We're break even at about 15%. We're actually making some money, you guys. We probably do better to improve relations with Gilgamesh by converting him to our religion. All right, there we go. Look at this. And now Seahorse is not a garbage city. In fact, it's actually going to grow very rapidly. And what am I doing with the library? I need I need a lighthouse here, not a library. Because this is a city that just works the seafood tiles. All right, and look at this. Look at the timing, you guys. Ready to put that dyes plantation down immediately. Let's get that happiness cap up. I thought for a second his capital was size 23, but no, it's 13, which is still pretty impressive. Road. All right, so now we've got the road connected. The border, well, we still have to wait for the borders to pop, but we can chop this forest in the meantime, and while we're still waiting for the borders to expand there. But we're in position. So Alamu needs to whip this public servant, which I should have whipped last turn. I missed a turn there, unfortunately. Oh, what are you doing? I was like, what happened to all my economy? Oh, wait, that's right. I need to work this tile. Actually, I'm going to get a ton of overflow, which I guess I'll put into another missionary. Still just working tiles there. And Birmingham needs to get a public servant out, because we're going to need it to connect that. Looking good here. We're going to need to cottage that tile, but obviously the resource tiles, connecting them comes first. What are cottages? We have shanties. I know, right? The fact that the shanties take 40 turns to turn into a community is like unbearable, but there's really no other way to get commerce. I need to continue getting commerce, so better to work them and have them than not have them. All right, Alamu. Oh, I actually can't build another missionary right now because I'm already at max. I'm already at max. I can missionaries. You can only have 3 on the map at a time. I guess we'll do a monument. It'll get us a little bit more culture. Help us hold that tile. Okay. So, you... Now, I know I had tiles to improve down here. You can come down here and start working on that. Plantation. Okay, there we go. Hi, Seattle. Kind of a sad look for Seattle. All right, so let's get visibility on this city, and then I'll pull this chariot back. Always good to get visibility on other cities if you can. All right, so now you need to come down to the capital. You're only a couple turns away. The missionary blitz has begun. Oh, I see. I have another missionary here. That's right. So I couldn't start a third one just yet. Heading over to chop that forest. I wonder if Suryavarman is trying to capture this Barb City with his one random sword. Just in case he is, let's shadow him with this axe. Let's see how much I would need to finish currency, by the way. 5 turns at minus 58 research. Okay. So we're still a little ways away from that. But connecting these happiness resources is going to make a huge difference. Alright, so he's starting to get a little bit up there. I would love to... No, I don't need to trade for spices. I'm about to connect spices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he has 10 cities. Okay. Doesn't like us enough. He'll probably convert on his own, though, if I get enough cities. If I can convert enough of his cities. Gilgamesh looks like he might be the long-term issue. Could you spare this for a good friend? Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna... Okay, he's not actually willing to attack her. But he does not have enough on his hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, okay, so, like, he only has 1 more city than me. I think a lot of the AIs are out of room. Like, she only has 5 cities. That's good news. She doesn't have many resources either. Like, look how few resources he has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has the same amount of cities as us. Like, long term, if we could ever take over Gilgamesh, like, in the long run, like, that would pretty much be a game over situation, but that's not going to happen anytime soon, because he's a lot stronger than us. Break even right now is like 15% research, right around there. Currency would get us probably up to like 40%, because currency is such an awesome tech. Alright. Do I want to do another? I was considering whipping another public servant here. There's not a lot else for me to build right now. Maybe I'll just build it and not whip it. I definitely do need more tiles to our cheese. Okay. Well, I don't want you to build a public servant, so I need you to keep growing. Why don't you build another military unit then? Chariot or something. Got the monastery done. This city is just sitting here, not doing a whole lot right now. It's my military city, but I'm hesitant to build more military because of the costs. Alright, why don't you do 1 more axe for us? Or actually, never mind. We can always use another worker. Get me another worker. More workers are always good. Chichen Itza. Okay, well, that would make it harder to attack him later on. This tile needs to be improved. Gonna need the cottage there. Actually, potato needs a cottage more. Why don't you put a cottage on this tile? Oh, well, we found Izzy as well. Still waiting for those borders to expand. But we could, you know what we could do? We could road towards the iron. We could put a road on the iron, I guess. I think I would rather get this. Well, yeah, we've got time to do that. Oh, he's got another settler incoming. Well, not a lot I can do about that. Oh, did we actually get the dice plantation done? Yay! More happiness in every city. Alright, so we're gonna be looking to ditch these specialists soon and just get back to growing again. Because, like, we're gonna be able to grow quite a bit. Especially here. This capital's gonna be able to jump up several sizes. Alright, chop that for right now. Yeah, we definitely want that. I think I'd actually like to save this pop for... I think I'd like to save this population for a, like a monastery, or whip on a market. Actually, that doesn't slow growth, so why don't you... Still growth in 2 turns, either way. Oops, why did I move across the river like an idiot? Oh well. Also, I should have had that first missionary go to Ur. That would have been smarter. Anyway. So, well, in any case, we will convert the capital and we'll convert Hopefully the dice rolls will be kind. And then the next city would probably be Eridu after that. You want to go for the high population cities. More likely to get them to flip. Well, we've got happiness coming in now, so that's good news. As long as Gilgamesh doesn't come down our throats in like the next 15 turns, I'm feeling pretty good. All right. He's got some catapults running around, but again, we are not his worst enemy. The one he dislikes is all right, so borders will expand shortly. He dislikes Lincoln. And just following him up there. Might as well road this tile. Build me those shanties. Probably more important work those guys could be doing, but... Alright, let's hope this... Oh, great. Oh, shoo! We managed to get it to work. Got an extra religion in there. Gets harder to convert once they get an extra religion. Still doesn't like us enough. Okay. Well, I think Hinduism will be, if we can get it in and Eridu and Kish, that would probably be enough, because that would be all of his high pop cities. But I will probably fail at least one of those dice rolls. It is weird that he's still on Judaism, considering he literally only has, well, 2 cities. I guess he just spread it to Uruk. But yeah, it is a little bit weird, isn't it? So this city's gonna grow like a weed at this point. We'll be able to chop out we'll be able to chop this, and then that plus a 1-pop whip will finish the lighthouse. Alamu can keep growing out, grow onto this cottage. And now the happiness cap is starting to get lifted. Like, see how now it's up to 8? It's going to be up to like 10 in short order. Yeah, I just need to get like as many cottages as possible. I need to chop this. And I really want markets too. How about this city? This city's going to need more cottages too. Like these tiles up here. And Sugarhoof as well. Like, I just need to build, get those public workers out. And the economy will keep improving as that happens. I'm definitely going to need another worker down here. Alright, let's hope this works. Trying to keep this guy off me with religion. So Eridu is the next target. Alright, so we got that improved. Nice. So now we get another happiness resource. Very nice. We'll be able to 2-pop whip that next turn. And now we go improve the sugars. Certainly not in any position to fight Gilgamesh right now. And she's already got long... Oh, hello. Well, I guess we won't be eroding to connect that tile anytime soon. I guess we won't be connecting the iron right away. Oh, hello. I'll just fortify here and see if the Barb Archer attacks me.
Tell me what to do.
I definitely need to have some units up here to be prepared in case, because it does look like Suryavarman's going for that spot. Send another axe in that direction. A little slow on the uptake to do that, honestly. Alright. So I could cottage this tile, which is a poor tile, but I think I'm going to need it because Alamu, yeah, Alamu's growing onto these tiles, so it's going to need a cottage there. Yeah, US obey with slavery and plantations. No way around that, though. It's just the way the mechanics work in this game. For better or for worse. I can't get enough workers. There we go. There we go. Get that up to 2-turn growth. So now that our expansion, expansion's been bottled up for ages and ages on end, but now it's finally starting to, we're finally starting to like get out from underneath that, because we're actually able to like get higher than size 5 or 6. Oh, okay.
What do you need?
Still coming. All right.
Yes? Tell me what to do. Present and accounted for.
All right. So just for safety's sake, let's we'll put 1 turn into an axe just in case we have to whip the axe. I'm gonna hold here and see if the archer attacks me. I don't think it will, but you never know.
At your service. Tell me what to do.
Oh, hello. Apparently the barbs are pretty well entrenched here for the moment. Gotta keep an eye on them. Yeah, I don't think that Surveyworm's going to break through, at least not for the time being. But I do need to be ready to pounce on that spot. I don't want him to get that. And I should think about making a serious expedition up there as soon as I have currency. As long as there's no walls, I should be able to take that place without too much trouble. I've seen bigger. I've seen some truly I've seen like some size 15 barb cities. But yeah, fairly large. Alright, so we're just gonna like ring around the rosy here in terms of improving tiles. Just trying to think if I want to do this tile first or this tile first. It doesn't make a huge difference. Let's do this. I'll do this one first because this one's off by itself. Unfortunately, potato has nothing to build after that. I guess I could use it for like a sword or something. Because I do want to be in a position to capture that barb city. He's up to... Okay, well that's not a good sign. A mace, that means civil service plus machinery already. Not ideal. So yeah, it looks like the continent goes further to the east than I thought. Like, Izzy's already up to longbows. Again, like the big goal in the game right now is just making... Yeah, so we're up to like 20% break even. 4 turns if we could ever somehow get gold. Like if we can literally just get him into Hinduism, we'll be set. He still doesn't have currency. How about Izzy? Does she? No. So like none of these guys have currency yet. So their econs like aren't. None of them have currency. So their economies can't be too good. Like somehow Gilgamesh has picked up civil service and machinery, but he doesn't have currency. So that's kind of interesting. The city's out of tiles too. Well, I'll just keep growing for now. Get more workers in time. Oh yeah, and this city needs to... Alright, so there's another worker. Regrow back right away. Have them do the plantation. Actually, yeah, have them finish that plantation and then continue just dropping cottages wherever possible. Like frantically trying to build the cottages. Alright, let's hope this works. I should win this, by the way. Famous last words. I was like, well, I really should win this. No. Nope. What were the odds on that anyway? Yeah. 4.7%. Gilgamesh builds a mausoleum. So yeah, I just lost a 95% combat odds. Pretty unlucky. But that happens sometimes. Well, that's why I've got the warrior here. And if I lose this, I've got an axe in queue. So I'm not leaving anything to chance. All right. Anything under 5% is actually 100% to win. Anyway, all right. So let's cancel the axe. Go back to the library. Oh, well, we'll whip it next turn when we're out from under the penalty. And let's work the better tiles. Oh, that's a floodplains. Ooh, I did not realize that was a floodplains tile. That's even better. Okay. So yeah, we definitely need to work that. We'll do this. No, I want food. Work the food tiles. All right, so connect this first. And then we'll gotta improve those other tiles. Okay, here comes the sword now. I'm just gonna chill here and keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on those barbarians. All right. So I really want the cottage. I'm just trying to keep this city growing because it's not at the happiness cap. Actually, let's work that tile for the commerce. Kind of a weird tile to work, but. And so, actually, I guess I do the chop first because I can use the chop for the missionary. All right, nice. So we'll be able to whip the lighthouse next turn. Yeah, there's more down here than I thought initially. Oops. So the kind of a weird continent shape, but it definitely looks like Lincoln and Isabel are out of room to expand, whereas I still have more room, which is really good. So again, long term, situation is not bad for us. All right, so we'll grow onto that tile. I could actually drop this and grow in one turn, but I think I'd still rather run this tile. So they'll grow into that, and then I guess we just set up another cottage. Because why not? I'm saving the forest until I have something to chop onto. Alright, Eridu. That's where we're headed next. So the border's just expanded there. Drop a cottage on that tile. This sword wants to come up here. I mean, if it kills a barb archer or two, that would be nice. How close is this? Alright. So this city just grew. Continuing to just continue to push food here. Even though it does slow my research. I want to get these cities up to the happiness cap. And just continue more work. It's like more workers all the time. So many tiles to improve. This is almost like a late era start now. With so many work. Yeah, look, this is an extremely rare situation. There are no buildings to construct. 0 buildings to construct. At least when I finish currency, I'll be able to build wealth if I want to. Yeah, I'm aware that there's no units on defense. And I will try to shift some kind of unit down there. So Lincoln just picked up feudalism. Alamu should still be 1 turn away. Alright, so we can whip the lighthouse this turn. It's only a 1-pop whip, but it's still worthwhile to get that done a turn faster, because then we can ditch this tile and just work good tiles. And Quayle's going to be done with the public servant. You can now whip the library as well. Just whip off tiles that are doing nothing. We'll regrow immediately to the next size. I'm actually okay with the chariot just giving me some more vision right now. Alright, cross your fingers for a good dice roll. Yay! Now please convert to Hinduism. All of your largest cities are Hindu. Buddy. Let me just settle him down. Sydney. Oh boy. I'm sure you guys heard. There's our next door neighbor has like some kind of delivery service or handy people or something, and he's just going nuts. He is not having it at all. All right, so this city is size. Yeah, look at the happiness cap now. It can go all the way up to size 10, I guess. So that's what we want to do. We just want to grow, 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 grow this city. Starting with a cottage on that tile. And I'm like, I literally can't get the tiles improved fast enough. I put him in timeout for the time being, just like a little kid. All right, so get a cottage down there. But yeah, this is looking better. So we're break even at like 20% science right now. We're like, we're not too far away from getting this to finish. In part, I've dropped a lot of scientists to let my cities grow faster. But like they're growing onto cottages, so our econ is definitely improving. If I could capture the Barb City, I would actually probably get enough money to finish currency, which would be pretty nice. So that's something to look into. I think I'm going to have Quayle go back to building some more military. And I've got this chariot coming out. It would be awful nice to be able to build some sword. Like a sword or two would be nice, because swords are much better at capturing cities. Yeah, we'll see where the next city ends up. Alright, so Quayle, alright, let's have you go back to building some more units. And this city's going to pop borders too, so that's nice for keeping the barbs down. Alright, so since we can grow again, how about you do that? And do that. Yeah, we actually have 17 base production here. Not bad. Well, that does cut into our research income a little bit. Alright, so we got the library now, right? Yep. And with this point, we just let the city grow. It doesn't, so I guess we do the monastery, I guess. We're about to get a chop into this, too. Yeah, you just hang out there. Getting more info on the rest of the world. For a change. Seahorse. Finished its lighthouse. Alright, there we go. Yep. So now this city's really going to grow like crazy. Because it's at +8 food per turn. Or no, +6. Okay, it's not quite as insane as I thought. With the library and then with the monastery, maybe we even get the pigs back if we get these out. Where's Alamani? That's not one of my cities, is it? Where is Alamani? Why did I get a pop-up for that? Oh, here. It's this city. Okay. Alright, I'm going to let him out of timeout. Sydney is now sulking. So for him, his timeout is we just put him in the bathroom. And, like, it doesn't, obviously we're not hurting him. We just put him in the bathroom for like 3 minutes. Just so he'll sit and think about it. Alright, so I've got another worker down here who can come help out with all these cottages. I mean, he's a good boy. He sees people running around outside and he thinks, you know, I gotta warn my people that there's people out that, like, there's someone out there. So I'm gonna have this guy chop this tile, and then I'll probably shift the workers down to cottage it afterwards. So yeah, our economy's, what are we up to? Are we up to, oh my god, we're break even at 20% science, you guys. We are making money at 20% science. Anyway, so yeah, here's the sword. So the sword has killed one archer. We'll see if he gets close enough to kill another one. Like I said, I want to have two axes there just in case it gets down to like one defender remaining. So I can pounce. I'm actually a little slow there, but I've got a chariot that can come up here and jump in just in case. Hindu missionary. I mean, there's literally nothing to train except another Hindu missionary. This is another reason why I need a currency so badly, so I can actually build something else in these cities. But, I mean, you see I'm getting a 3 commerce trade route in every city. Like, I would get another one as soon as currency's done. That's a tremendous amount of extra income. You know, it's like another semi-mature cottage in every single city. Anyway. Like, I don't want to build workers because my cities are growing right now. Like, I don't want to pull them off growth. I guess you just do an axe for right now. Like, it doesn't hurt to have more units. And we're right back onto another scientist, which I actually agree with right now because there's not another tile for this to go onto. I guess do the monument, although that is a true waste of production. I guess we'll do the axe and just let it not finish. Alright. So where's our current missionary? I thought I had another one out on the map somewhere. I guess we'll go for Kish. He's up to quite a few cities right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's up to 11. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? Okay. But I think he's mostly out of room. He's still got this settler down here, but I think with the borders at Birmingham expanding, he's not super eager to plant the spot. Anyway, well, might as well start heading down here. Here comes a mace wandering in too. Alright, so that sword won another battle. I swear, Sydney. So Steel Wool is gonna finish that monastery. Nice. And that, oh, look at that. Not only do we get more happiness, we also get the big plus to commerce there. So that's nice. And then I'm gonna, I guess I should improve the, I guess I should improve this while I can. Even though I really want to get the iron connected too. I'm gonna keep an eye on this settler, just see if it's moving around anywhere. And these tiles are all improved up here now, so why don't you come down here and help out the capital, which definitely could use more. Alright, there we go. So the capital can still keep growing. Fortunately, it's got enough food that it has no trouble. So like we're just still desperately trying to get it to grow onto more grassland tiles. This is the next one. Oh, actually there's two more, here and here. These are both riverside tiles. So just keep going. Keep improving these tiles. Alamu's working all cottages too. He settled on a sign. What? Wait, how did he get a settler up here? What? Since when did he even have a settler up here? I never saw that. I never even saw that. Huh. Wow. Did you guys see him moving a settler up here? Because I sure didn't. I did not. So his city's on this tile. I did not even see a settler moving up here. Like, I guess I could have closed borders? No, I guess he could have just walked through. Still, though. Yeah, there goes the furs. Huh. Well, I mean, you can see I just literally couldn't expand up here, but it does mean we need to get a move on. So his city's on this tile, so much for that resource. Yeah, long-term... Well, we still want to be on good terms with him for right now, if we can. But yeah, long-term, he would be... It's either him or Surrey Varman are the only obvious targets to go after. Alright. Well, I can still settle this city. This is still the next city. If we can grab this in Jute, probably still worth founding a city for the sugar. Well, we could shift this city down to here. There's no food bonuses, unfortunately, on that spot. I can't believe he would run a settler all the way up there. Well, I guess it's not unbelievable. The AI is pretty aggressive about expanding. We'll see. Obviously, that would be a good a candidate that we would love to capture later on. But yeah, it does suggest we need to get a move on, particularly with this spot, because this is actually a good city spot with the corn. So yeah, we need to get moving on that. Have to take a city, maybe Quayle, after it builds this. I can just whip out a settler from Quayle. It actually can regrow pretty quickly. And our economy is now at a position where we can absorb more cities, especially because currency is incoming shortly. Let's just start researching currency now. This will leave us a little bit short. No, let's do like one more turn. But we're just about there for currency. And that was definitely a sign that we need to get a move on before all this territory is taken. All right. So I could road this tile, but does a road here really do anything? I'm not sure that it does. Yeah, why don't you just move towards this tile, which is the next one we're going to grab. Actually, that was dumb. I should have moved here because I have a public servant here. Then they both could have moved here together. Oh, well. We'll keep working at it. So these guys should start roading towards these two workers should move to the pigs, road that, and then start roading towards this spot. All right, so everything changed as soon as that city got settled. I can actually build it in just 5 turns, so I probably don't even need to whip. All right, so there are only two axes or 2 archers left in there. So I think that sword is going to continue attacking and die, but double settlers here. No way to stop them from moving up towards me if they want to claim more territory. Our borders are starting to get pretty entangled. So this one's heading to Kish. I'll just queue up that move so I don't have to do it every turn. I hate these slow workers. Yep. I am moving up towards this. So I can have 3 axes ready to attack that city on the following turn. And you were going here. And let's turn on currency. I think that we have enough to get to currency now. All right, so you guys, let's see. Birmingham needs needs more attention in the worst way. But Sugarloaf also needs more attention in the worst way. Burninator, I might also whip for a settler. Maybe for this spot. Let's do that. So we'll have 1 settler for this spot, and maybe 1 for that spot. It's a weak spot, no food bonuses, but it'll get us the silver, and we can just work the silver, and it'll also seal off most of the land up here. Either that or walk all the way up here, but yeah. So this is definitely a time to get some settlers out. All right. Actually, you come help this guy, and then why don't you come down and help this worker down here? Get some more worker pairs. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So keeping an eye on these settlers down here. Still don't understand why he won't flip into Hinduism. It's definitely his most practiced religion. Too bad we were never able to get that gem spot. Alright, so there's only 1 archer left in this city. Oh boy, this is the situation I did not want to be in. A situation where I can capture the city, but if this guy attacks and captures the city, I don't think he wins this battle, though, because he's only at 3 health. I'll save it at the end of this turn. Like, I could go for this, but it's only 59% odds. I have, like, 100% guaranteed if it's the next turn. Alright, so he's got a settler moving north. Oh, wait, I actually don't have enough to... Oh, jeez. I actually don't have enough to whip that because I'm at 9. It's a 4-pop whip. Oh, well, that's fine. I need to wait 1 more turn, then. Oops. That's okay. I should still be ahead of that settler. Because he can't really use the roads. And he's only moving at 1 time. I guess he can move 2 tiles per turn. That's fine. I'll still get something in the north. I am not planning on whipping this. The Quayle can build it fast enough anyway. Oh wait, whoops, I already moved that guy. Should have moved my axe up one turn sooner on the logistics. Just a little bit slow. Alright, so it looks like we've got most of Spain scoped out at this point. I am going to save it here, just in case I want to go back and retake this shot. 225. I think that's how it saves AD. How's Seahorse doing? Looking good. Just grow onto those water tiles. Capturing that spot also will get us... So, like, look how big the happiness cap is at this point. Again, we just really need these cities to grow like crazy onto more cottages. Except Birmingham doesn't have improved tiles, so that's why I'm choosing it as the city to whip. Like, I'm trying to get more cottages here. Alright, cross your fingers that this does not get captured. Yes! Did not get captured. Excellent. I'd really like this overflow to go into a market, not into a monument, but... Oh, I got so much overflow. Why couldn't I have finished currency one turn earlier? We'll put it into a worker. We'll just get another worker. Alright, now for the exciting stuff. Yay! Woo! Let's see if we would have won that battle. Let's see if we would have won the 59. Looks like we would have won. Yay! Oh, look, there's actually an archer out of the city. Sweet! That gives us enough to finish currency. If I remember... Oh, and it even comes with a granary and a lighthouse. Awesome. If I remember, you guys had a name you wanted us to use for this one. Poached. Do we want the poached shout out again? I think I'm on board with that. So let's get that. If the archer's still there, I'll attack it next turn. Oh, 95. Okay, I'll take 95% odds. Very nice Barb City. We got 2 workers, too, which is really quite nice. And now I'm going to go explore what's in there. Or potato. All right, so this will get us overflow into a market. All right, meanwhile, let's have you go simultaneously convert this city and also find this city. All right, yep, so those settlers are heading north, but we got our own settler on its way. With this escort here. And Quayle's only a couple turns away from finishing that. So we're going to go up to 10 cities in short order here. What is this one doing? All right, cottage. Doing the cottage part. So we're going to... All right, and Alamu. Yeah, look at all these horrible tiles we're working. 201 is really awful yield, but they will eventually become worthwhile tiles to work. Eventually. And it still has... I mean, look, it's still got a ton of happiness, headroom to keep growing upwards in terms of size. I think we want to farm this tile as soon as we get civil service, because that'll extend irrigation to the rice, which would really be helpful for this city. So definitely want to farm that tile, but I don't think I'm quite there yet. We are up to 8 culture per turn, so I think with 8 culture per turn, we hold the dyes tile. Like, I think we don't lose that tile. And at this point, let's go chop and cottage that tile too. These cottages are terrible, but eventually they start to become good. Emancipation Civic would be nice in that regard. All right, so we're finally going to get currency. Let's see. So Isabel, and look, we're actually catching up to Isabella and Lincoln in score. See, she's stuck on these 5 cities. She can't. And look at our resources compared to her. Now, okay, she does have some resources, but look, she's limited on what she does not have a lot. And I think Lincoln's on a little peninsula too. Welcome, Sullla, to my home. 4, 5. Yeah, he's stuck on 7 cities, and that's it. It's really just Suryavarman and Gilgamesh. So there's like good things and bad things here. The good news is that we definitely got a spot where we could expand. The bad news is we are next to the two strongest AIs in the game, and Gilgamesh in particular is definitely worrying me. Just gonna check if he has enough on his hands. Oh, he does have enough on our hands. Okay. Well, let's just pray he's not coming for us. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because he's got 11 cities. And, like, we're so close to being in good shape. So close. Like, if he attacks someone else... Now, we're not his worst enemy. Wait. Cautious. How in the world did he get... civics. Oh, he pulled up his relations with some of these other leaders because they're running hereditary rule. Like, that is literally where we're going next, is hereditary rule, to pump up our relations with him. But we had to get to currency first. Unfortunately, he doesn't hate Lincoln anymore. He's only cautious with Lincoln because they're all running hereditary rule. Dang it. See, they're all in hereditary rule. I'm the only one who's not. Really hope he's not coming for me, because he's almost certainly #1 in power. And he's got, like, quadruple my military strength. And he's already at the next generation of military units. Well, let's just hope he doesn't come after me. Yeah, I mean, he hated Lincoln for the whole game, so... Let's head for monarchy and hope that that's enough. Because we're really close here. Like, again, we just need another 30 to 40 turns of peace. Which I guess is not really close, but... we're not that far off. If he would just convert to our religion, we'd be in fantastic shape. Okay, well, if he were to attack us, we could at least capture this city, although it would be auto-raised. Still, that's not the end of the world. I'm just going to be in position if he would try to attack. Why don't you heal up? You just chill for the moment. That would be, like, literally the only good thing, is we could auto-raise this city. By the way, look how cheap Priesthood is. Really inexpensive tech. Alright. Put that overflow not into an axe, but to a market. Of course, he's got another horse archer pair here. Did we ever pick up hunting? Alright, so we are going to have to pick up hunting, too. Because we need to be able to build spears to counter his horse archers. We don't have anything to counter his maces. Which, again, is why I'm not looking to get into a fight here. Unfortunately, that one turn delay does seem to have gotten his settler, like, ahead of me. We'll see. I have no idea where he's trying to send this. I think Quayle is still fine, though. Because I can literally found the city, like, in 3 turns. Definitely going for the silver. Probably. He probably is. It's okay, I'll just block him with my... Oh, wait, no, you can't block units, because this game does not use 1 unit per tile rules, fortunately. Well, not a boring game, that's for sure. I know there's been no... like, direct combat in this game, but... It has not been a boring game. Alright, so we're almost back to the happiness cap again, at a much higher research rate. Obviously, since I'm spending so much time at... Like, look, if I get a market here, that's another 8 gold per turn, so, like, that's pretty big just on its own. Alright, so we're almost done. Wait, can we finish this by working... another tile? Oh, no, never mind. Why does it say it's going to be built in 1 turn then? Oh well. At the very least, we should be working that cottage over the lake tile. Are we trading for gems with Gilgamesh? Do we have anything active with him, just out of curiosity? Yeah, we're trading for gems with him. So that's how we're getting the... We appreciate the years years of goods you've supplied us with.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.
All right. So yeah, it does look like they're going for that silver spot. Looks like he's probably going to get there before me, which is not ideal.
What do you need? Awaiting your orders.
Although I think he would have been there before me, even if I had whipped a turn sooner. Could settle on this tile now. Just desert here. Trying to figure out where to send. Well, I guess I should keep heading in that direction for right now until we actually see a city go down, which will probably be on this turn or the next, but until it actually goes down, let's keep heading in that direction. I do need to get that iron connected. So we'll definitely be heading in that direction. Also, I don't know why the city is working science specialist. Have to get that lighthouse next. Although this city has so much happiness room, I need to keep growing it for a while. Rare to get into a situation like this where like you have so much happiness headroom all at once. And like I said, it is a little bit reminiscent of some late era starts where that can be the case. Like I said, you can sometimes have that with a late era start. For Alamu, yeah, I plan to finish the axe and then just overflow into the market. So what's our actual break-even rate right now? 30%. Still good enough for monarchy in 7 turns. And look at this, 33 gold per turn, and that's without any markets up yet. Look at Philadelphia crammed in there. Okay.
You can count on us.
I was gonna say there should be a missionary over here too. Alright. Can spread religion next turn. I mean, he's got Hinduism in like almost every single city, so I really don't know why he would continue to practice a religion that he barely follows at all. Alright. I don't know what promotion I might want there, so I'm just going to back off for right now. And then we'll get that road connection there. Surrey Varmint still has a random sword there. That's true. We could go for the one-tile island. That's a good point. That's probably the best option, would be the one-tile island. It would only have the clams, because I doubt I could get control of the fish, but it would still be worthwhile. Look at this city. It's like, grow, 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 grow. Grow those fishing cities. Boy, it would be a great spot for Moai, wouldn't it? Especially if I can get stone. Refusing to swap religion because of spite. But we'll get this city. By the way, we need a name for this city. Amma over there. Cancel deals. No, we do not want to cancel our deals with Surrey Varmint. Izzy is not one of our allies. That's one of the reasons I was exploring her territory first, is because I figured she would drop open borders at some point. Seemed unlikely to stay on our good terms long term. All right, well, I guess axes are still our best unit we can build. Might need to get better units at some point too. I actually would like to get some spears, but I don't have hunting tech yet. I guess we'll do axes then for the time being. This city definitely could use a market. And we'll do the lighthouse here now. I think I will whip the lighthouse just because the city's running out of tiles to work. He did it! Yay! He converted! So now he's up to pleased with us. Excellent. Good news. Let's go ahead and trade for this. Trade for the fish with it. Or is there another resource I'm likely to pick up soon? Oh, he wants 15 gold per turn for the ivory. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're not paying 15 gold per turn for that. So yeah, it looks like he's going to settle here, unfortunately. Oh well. As I said, we can swap over there. We will have to get a galley, though, for that spot. Gilgamesh with his random cities in the north.
What do you need? No problem.
Alright, well, it failed, but he's already flipped into our religion. That's good news. Well, not the religion failing, but that he swapped into our religion. Alright, so next up, we want to start cutting down some of the... chopping down some of the jungle. And this is the tile we want first, because it's right next to the city. Since he converted, now this missionary should head up to my new city. Instead of going to Gilgamesh, it should go convert my own city. So it'll pop orders immediately. They're heading to mine the iron tile. Alright, so we'll need a name for this city. Yeah, and then we'll farm this. Probably chop the granary.
What's the plan?
Let's road this tile, and then we'll come over and road that tile. Now watch as he declares war anyway. It's possible. He's still got the we have enough on our hands, which is pretty scary. Anyway, so the capital's finally been... I was going to say it's been mostly improved, but there are still tiles to... Still could improve this one as a 2-food tile. Yeah, we could do monarchy in 6 turns. Or 2 turns. Just need a little bit more... Yeah. We're like 4 turns away from monarchy. And then we'll pop into hereditary rule. Look at that faith bonus with Sergey Varman. I really should get into organized religion too. Like, I would prefer to double revolt so I only lose 1 turn of it to anarchy. These are very cheap techs, so... Anyway, so yeah, I think we just keep going with these cottages. Come down here, because we're going to need them for Birmingham, which should not be working that scientist specialist. Although we are almost to our first great person of the game. I wonder what I would even use that for, because it would bulb alphabet right now. Although if I cleared alphabet, it would bulb philosophy. Although I'm not sure I really want to light bulb philosophy. I might have to think about getting some actual military units in the near future after this.
What's the plan?
Keep this guy here for the moment. Alright. Now we'll go explore Lincoln's territory. Looks like he doesn't have a ton of space. So I do think we got pretty lucky with the start position in this game. The fact that we seem to have the spot that had the most room, with like that barbarian northwest corner. But you can see I've actually almost caught Isabella and Lincoln on score because they are low on room. Yeah, I'm actually pleased with everyone except... actually, I'm pleased with... Oh, wait, no, here I am. No, wait, no, this is the AI. What am I looking at? Here's where they are. Pleased. Alright, yeah, actually, everyone's pleased except Izzy. And she's far enough away that I don't think she really matters that much. I can get him to friendly if I can get into hereditary rule, which is his favorite civic. So at this point, Lincoln might be starting to become a more common target, although Gilgamesh did just revolt into vassalage, which is a wartime civic. Alright, he still hasn't put that city down yet.
What to do?
Wait, where is he? Is he settling on the silver? Now here's what's really sad. I'm 1 turn behind this dude, so if he settles on the silver, I'm going to miss this spot by 1 turn. And the reason why I'm missing it by 1 turn is because Birmingham, on that very first turn, put 9 production into the settler instead of 10. If it had been 10 instead of 9, I could have 3-pop whipped the settler. It would have been 1 turn sooner, and I would be settling on this turn on that spot. So that's pretty disappointing. It seems like he's definitely going to settle on that. But I guess we'll see. Well, I can't settle. Like, I was on this tile to start the turn. I could not settle on this tile. It's an illegal spot. I had to move, and so he is just that 1 turn ahead of me that he gained because I wasn't able to triple whip a settler the way I wanted to, and unfortunately that might be the difference. Let's actually put this chop in the capital. Do I want, because I don't think I want to whip the capital here. But it's a couple turns away from finishing, so wait until it's actually about to finish. Oh, by the way, did we ever come up with a name for this one? Oh, desert, that's right. That was the plan.
Let's get moving.
Desert. That was the plan, because it's in the desert. Alright, so we need to get this connected. I guess they should help out here. I made a mistake there. I should have moved the workers onto this tile last turn, then they could have rotated this turn and then moved into the jungle on the following turn. Instead, they just wasted their turn doing nothing. Like an idiot. This city can use some more attention too. Like, I would love to improve this tile. I might as well save some of these forests here for lumber mills, because this is just a production city, not a commerce city. Alright, let's get the lighthouse done here. Yeah, normally I would wait, but we're just whipping off on improved tiles, so we might as well. I might as well. I really should just explore the... Oh, great. Here comes a barbed galley. I was like, I really should just explore the north. And let's turn on science this turn, because I think we can get monarchy in 2 turns. Or no, we can't. We don't have enough money to run this for 2 turns. Although we are break even at about 35%. Not that bad, especially because we still don't have any markets complete yet. Alamu is going to need to whip this market. I don't mind whipping off these horrible cottages. This is where organized religion will be really nice to buff up those. Boy, I am not in a position to fight at all. I have a warrior here, and this is like a frontline city. I have 1 axe. Really hoping that Gilgamesh is not coming for me. So far, I mean, every turn that passes by without a pop-up to that extent is a good one. Like, I'll crank out some axes, but I really need units better than axes. Axes are not going to be too good. Yeah, so he did, in fact, found on that spot. Got that city by, like, literally by, like, 1 turn. Disappointing. So now we've got a colony of 2 Sumerian cities way up here, away from the rest of this place. At least this city's pretty darn good. We do need to expand the borders, though. I think I'll just keep this chariot here for right now, for vision. Transfer this over here. Alright, there we go. Almost got that market done. 1 more chop will do it. It's actually at the happiness cap now. Maybe I should have put the chop in. Rename jute to poached. Okay. I never did that. That's right. Thank you. I also need to stop working these. Oh, that's right. I gotta wait for the borders to expand to get that. Oh, that sheep was never actually improved by the AI. Oh, there's another Barb City up here. Oh, hello. All right, well, we might need to go check that out and see what's there. Let's have the chariot go scope it out for us. All right, now we can finally get the iron connected. Probably need to shift some of these axes down here. Dessert doesn't really need its borders popped. They more need them popped at poached, so I think I'll send this missionary to poached and not dessert. This city is still growing. I could whip it, but I think I'd rather just let it grow for right now. All right, you hang out there just for the time being. You guys, so they'll finish that farm next turn. Boy, I really need poach to expand its borders. I really wish I could build culture, because I could pop the borders super fast by using the build culture option, but of course I haven't unlocked that yet. So why don't you guys come down here and cottage this tile then. Barb City with triple furs, yeah. I don't know if there's any food up there, but we'll see. Have to get, oh, hey, oh, I didn't even realize there's okay. Well, I think we've got a new spot for our settler. This one here. I think we got a new spot for our settler, and I think that that is going to be right on this tile because of the fish resource. That, like, literally the presence of that fish resource makes it a good city, makes it worth having. So yeah, we've got these Gilgamesh cities up here in the north. I don't know, they're probably going to be a permanent blade on the landscape. I don't see much we can do to get rid of them. Not in the immediate future, anyway. So we'll knock out Monarchy here over 2 turns. I mean, we are on good terms with Gilgamesh. I really wish he was an AI who didn't declare war at pleased. It's really too bad. It would be nice if he were one of the AIs who doesn't. So out of these leaders, Suryavarman declares it pleased. And Gilgamesh declares it pleased. Lincoln does not. I can't recall if Izzy does. Like, I'm just hoping to hear the Warhorn's lair not for me. He keeps saying we have enough on our hands right now, but anyway. There we go. So this will get us Monarchy. And so that means we need to finish this cottage, but then we immediately need to go hook up those wines. Our units are like so entangled with one another right now. There we go. So now Dessert's got a good tile, and then it'll grow onto that. This is like such a confusing situation. We really do not want to be involved in a war with each other. I mean, I can move through his territory because we have open borders. And I've done it. This chariot's done a great job of scouting. Like, we've completely scouted out Lincoln and Isabella's. Like, can you imagine if I'd had Isabella's starting position? Like, this would be like an auto loss. I don't see any way I could have won the game from that position with an AI, like 10 tiles to the north, and then enough room for like 4 or 5 cities. There's like no way to win from that position. Really, nothing I could have done. Like, yeah. So all these cities are just continuing to grow. I have not been whipping at all recently because I've been letting my cities grow onto their cottages. But poached is at the food limit right now, so now is a good time to whip. Because it's just gonna, because like it's out of tiles to work. So we'll go ahead and grow onto that. And Alamu, can I get this down to a 3-pop whip? Oh, look at this. Now we're short. Alright, so no, don't whip Alamu. Instead, do this. Oh no, wait, I need more money. I need more money somehow. Work more coastal tiles. That's how I can do it. There we go. Now we don't run out of gold between turns. I think Alamu's okay on tiles for the moment. Where else do I need more work? I think Quayle could use some more work. I'd like to... Well, no, I've got workers up there. Monarchy, yeah, Monarchy's going to unlock lines, so... I was going to shift these workers over to the lines, but maybe I just shift these two over. Like, they could move here, road this, and then head over to the lines. Because Alamu's okay for the time being. Alright, so you guys need to chop this. Oops. And poached, if I can get this down... If I can get this down to a one-pop whip, I will definitely whip the library, because I need those borders to expand. Alright, well, we're going to get into monarchy here. But we need to be in hereditary rule.
A multitude of rulers is not a good thing. Let there be one ruler, one king.
Like I said, I don't want to revolt instantly. I need to get the Buddhist monastery, I guess. Either that or it might be worthwhile to actually get some units. Although it would be nice to build something better than an axe. Alright, well that's kind of scary. You know what? I think we need to get hunting, because I think we need to get spears. A whole bunch of wonders going up. That's not a good sign at all. Elephant and catapults. Yep, that's not great. Okay. Whole bunch of archers. Well, let's we'll deal with that in the immediate future. Let's start gathering some of our units together. And it might be worthwhile just to get into hereditary rule, even though I'm not doubling it up. Even though I would like to double it up with organized religion, I think I might need to do this right now, because I'm desperately trying to improve relations with Gilgamesh. At least Surrey is still on good terms with me. Like, if I could get a big hereditary rule bonus, we would indeed need pikes to deal with elephants. We are not close to pikes. Not close at all. Because I would need to get metal casting and machinery before I could end construction in order to research engineering. I still can't even see his demos. Actually, can't see anyone except Surrey Varmans right now. Let's cut them with Lincoln and just try to get demos with Gilgamesh. You can see how they've all spent enormously more on espionage than I have. Hopefully they're just going for the Barb City. Hopefully. He still has the we have enough on our hands, though, which is pretty scary. I mean, he's pleased with me, don't get me wrong. He's only cautious with Lincoln, but... Let's just say I am not feeling great about an attack coming against these cities in the south, which have almost no defenses at all. I've been playing the econ game pretty hard here. Not that I had... Oh, and apparently we're not going to settle that spot. Okay. We're now at Plan T. Happy thoughts. I mean, it's still possible he could be attacking someone else. It's not impossible to think that. Economically, we're like in good shape. We're up to 50 gold per turn now. Like, we're finally turning the corner on econ. That's why I said if we could get like another 30-ish turns, then we'd really be in business. Don't know if we're going to get those 30 turns though. This city should probably whip the market. And yeah, once that whip penalty wears off. All right. Boy, do I want to go into hereditary rule this turn or not? I think I do. Even though I hate wasting the turn. So that doesn't give you a huge bonus immediately, but it will build over time. So that stack did turn around. That's good news. Let's just pick up hunting here. It is an incredibly cheap tech, and I want to get some spears. Spears aren't going to do much against elephants, but they'll be better than anything else I've got. Like, I want Quayle to just pop out some spears. Because, as I said, it'll be better than anything else I got right now. Alright, so you guys keep heading over here towards that wine resource. It both increases my happiness everywhere, and it also is another good tile for the capital to work, amusingly enough. Out of movement.
Your orders.
So Sugarhoof, there we go. Sugarhoof's still growing towards that happiness bonus. In part because it's only +5 food. That's enough. Generally I won't seek to irrigate more tiles to go above +5, but it is taking its time growing. I'm content to just let it grow onto more tiles for right now. Like, at some point I should whip the market, but I think it's okay for the time being. So we finally got our iron connected. That's good. So now that gives steel wool another good tile. This is going to be a pretty good city, long term. 6 food per turn and some decent base production. We'll mostly run it for extra commerce for right now, but it will be pretty good. All right. Clear out there for right now. Just checking for seafood. Oh, there is a seafood. Okay, well then we want to make sure we get that city. In fact, I do wonder if, I do wonder if the AI is going for that particular spot. It's a good question. Well, we definitely want to get that city. That's a good city with that fish tile. We also could settle that spot someday. It is not an illegal city, although whether I want to take on that much border conflict is another question entirely. I'm also going to need a, you know what, we need to get a galley out to deal with that unit. I'm going to have to 2-pop whip the galley. I can do that next turn, just because the barbed galley will come down and pillage my fishing nets otherwise. Poached, still waiting for those borders to expand. It's not too far away from being able to 2-pop whip the library, though. Library and poached, yeah. It's not at a point where I can 2-pop whip it just yet, but I'm heading in that direction. Alright, so hunting. We're going to grab hunting. After hunting, the question is where to go next, because I kind of haven't been in a position where I had to think about what to go next for a while. It was just always such an overwhelming desire to get up to construction, or not construction, up to currency and calendar. Well, now that I have them, the logical next tech is probably metal casting. I would get way more happiness because I have gold and gems, although that's coming in from a foreign trade route. So metal casting would be pretty nice there. Also, alternate would be Code of Laws to try to pick up courthouses. That also would be pretty good. But forges would be more of a long-term play. Forges plus organized religion is really nice because you get 50% bonus on all your whips. Some combination of that. Obviously, if it looks like I come under attack, then we have to look to head for construction. Or feudalism. Feudalism would be an option there too. Although feudalism's much more expensive than any of these other texts. It's like double the cost of Code of Laws. See 524 against 1050. Longbows, if it looks like we're going to get attacked, then we definitely have to go longbows. But that stack did turn around for the time being. So, I don't know. I would love to put more cottages along the river. The problem is the city doesn't have enough food. See how it's only +5 food? If I try to put more cottages on the river, it's not going to happen. We actually might get these tiles back soon, which would be nice. In the meantime, though, we'll go for chopping down more of the jungle up here. Alright, so now we finally got iron. And let's see. So a lot of Birmingham's tiles have been stolen by the capital. We should probably mine at least one of these. Cool, so now we've got this. Granary. We probably should finish chopping that granary. I'll road this and then probably use the other forest. I want to get rid of the forest in case I get into a war here. I don't want a defensive tile right next to my city. Oh, crud. Oh, boy.
If you chase 2 rabbits,
That's one thing I did not want. The one thing I did not want to happen. Oh, this game is going so well, too. He couldn't have attacked anyone else. Like, we got him all the way up to pleased. We can, like, this is disappointing on so many levels. Number one, because this game really was going well. Like, we worked so hard to turn the corner economically. It's like, I have finally turned the corner economically. I just need another 20 to 25 turns, and I'll be set. I'll actually be close to the AIs in research after another 20 to 25 turns. But no. It looks like we're supposed to get attacked now by the gonna get attacked by the strongest AI in the game, who has units that we cannot deal with because they're just too strong. They're technologically more advanced. He is not going for the Barb City. He declared war on us. He is 100% attacking us. This is a military invasion, and I do not have units that can counter him. It's just so disappointing because, like, I literally put in the time to convert him to my religion. I'm trying to flip over to his favorite civic. He's pleased with me, but it's still not enough. He still attacks anyway because he's an AI who can declare war at pleased. It's just really disappointing because we're so close to being safe in this game. But no, and he is a very aggressive AI. Like, this is the one way we lose the game right now, is Gilgamesh attacking. Like, if we get to turn 175 without a war, we're winning this game. Like, it's as simple as that, but he has chosen to attack. I am not in the mood to play out this war right now, so I think I'm gonna stop the session here. The Civ session, anyway, and I've got to sit down and think about this. This probably causes us to lose the game, but I will give it my fighting shot. But even if we survive, our economy is going to be totally trashed after this. So let's stop the Civ 4 portion of the stream here and try to figure this out. Remember, I'm playing a very, very, very difficult scenario. Immortal with a setup that actually penalizes me in every way. It is leagues after when J-Man attacked, it's true. But J-Man was not the strongest AI on the board. Gilgamesh is the strongest AI on the board. He has the most cities. His military is more than triple our size. And the thing that makes it really scary is his units are all a full generation of tech more advanced. It's difficult to beat someone who is more advanced like that, but it is not impossible. Unfortunately, I kind of need catapults to do this. If I could get catapults, I got a shot. But okay, so yeah, we're gonna stop the Civ portion of the stream here, and I actually like the suggestion. Let's do another Octopath chapter. We're just gonna jump around all around today.